My beloved child, there is a silence surrounding you that others cannot hear. It is not the silence of loneliness. It is the silence before a great turning point. For many days, perhaps many months, you have searched for signs. You have wondered why certain doors remained closed, why certain people disappeared from your life, and why your prayers sometimes seem to echo into an empty sky. But what if I told you? Nothing has been ignored. Every tear you tried to hide, every sleepless night, every whispered prayer, every act of kindness that no one applauded, they have all been seen. You believe you are waiting. Yet heaven has been preparing. There are moments in every life when everything appears ordinary on the outside while extraordinary things are quietly unfolding beneath the surface. Seeds do not announce their growth. The sunrise does not ask permission to shine. In the same way, hope often begins long before you recognize it. Perhaps you have asked, "Why me?" Instead, ask, "What is this season teaching me?" The strongest souls are rarely formed during seasons of comfort. They are shaped during moments of uncertainty, when faith must walk ahead of certainty. You have survived chapters that once convinced you they would be your ending. Remember those nights when you thought you would never smile again? Yet here you are. Remember the disappointments that felt unbearable? You carried them. Remember the people who underestimated you? They unknowingly strengthened your determination. Nothing was wasted. Every challenge became part of your preparation. There are people around you who see only the version of you that struggles today. They cannot yet imagine the person you are becoming. Do not be discouraged. A sculptor sees the masterpiece while others see only a rough stone. Likewise, your future is being shaped one faithful decision at a time. Today I ask you to lay down the burdens you were never meant to carry forever. Release resentment. Release fear. Release the belief that your past defines your future. Forgiveness is not saying the pain never happened. It is refusing to let yesterday imprison tomorrow. There is strength in gentleness. There is courage in patience. There is victory in continuing when no one applauds your effort. Do not measure your worth by comparison. Flowers bloom in different seasons. The ocean never envies the mountains. The stars never compete with the moon. Each fulfills its purpose at the right time. Your timing has not been forgotten. Many opportunities are born in quiet moments. Keep preparing. Keep learning. Keep praying. Keep believing. Sometimes the greatest miracle is not that circumstances change overnight. Sometimes the greatest miracle is that your heart becomes strong enough to face whatever comes next. That transformation cannot be stolen. No criticism can erase it. No delay can cancel it. No failure can destroy it. There will always be voices telling you to quit. There will always be distractions trying to pull your attention away from what truly matters. Choose carefully which voice you follow. Hope whispers. Fear shouts. Wisdom waits. Impulsiveness rushes. Peace often arrives quietly. Look around your life. Even now there are blessings you once prayed for. The roof above you. The breath within you. The people who genuinely care. The lessons that made you wiser. Gratitude opens the eyes to gifts that worry often hides. This is not the end of your story. This chapter may contain uncertainty, but uncertainty is not defeat. Many beautiful endings begin with confusing beginnings. Trust the process. Continue walking with integrity even when shortcuts seem attractive. Character grows slowly. Success without character is fragile. Character with perseverance creates lasting influence. There may come a day when someone asks how you survived everything you endured. You will smile. Not because life was easy, but because you discovered that hope can outlast hardship. And that discovery will inspire others who are walking through their own difficult seasons. Remember this. Darkness never defeated the sunrise. Winter never stopped spring. Storms never convinced the sky to abandon the earth. Your difficult season is not permanent either. Stand with courage. Speak with kindness. Walk with humility. Dream with faith. Your next step matters more than your last mistake. Your next decision matters more than your last disappointment. Your next act of love matters more than yesterday's anger. Keep moving forward. One faithful step at a time. And whenever you feel forgotten, remember that your value does not depend on the world's attention. A diamond remains valuable even while hidden beneath the earth. My beloved child, you have come this far because something inside you refused to give up. There were moments when your strength seemed to disappear. You smiled in front of others while quietly carrying burdens they could not see. You questioned your purpose. You wondered whether your efforts mattered. Yet every day you chose to rise again, even when your heart felt heavy. That choice has more power than you realize. Many people wait for the perfect opportunity before taking the first step. But the greatest journeys rarely begin with certainty. They begin with courage, the courage to keep walking even when the path ahead is hidden by mist. Do not mistake silence for abandonment. Some seasons are quiet because they are preparing you to hear what truly matters. When a seed is planted beneath the soil, it may seem forgotten. Days pass, then weeks. Nothing appears to change. Yet beneath the surface, roots are stretching deeper. Strength is forming where no one can see it. Your life has seasons like that. You have been growing in ways that cannot yet be measured by success, wealth, or recognition. You have gained patience where you once had frustration. You have learned compassion through your own pain. You have become more understanding because you know what it feels like to struggle. These are treasures no one can take from you. There may be people who misunderstand your heart. They may judge your delays as failure or mistake your quietness for weakness. Do not let their opinions become your identity. The opinion of others changes like the wind. Character remains steady. Walk with honesty even when dishonesty seems easier. Speak kindly even when others choose harsh words. Choose integrity even when no one is watching. The habits you build in private shape the life you live in public. Look back for a moment, not to dwell on your past, but to recognize how far you have come. Think about the obstacles that once looked impossible. Think about the disappointments that almost convinced you to quit. Think about the mornings when simply getting out of bed felt like a victory. You are still here. That is not weakness. That is resilience. Every challenge has added another layer of wisdom to your spirit. The future you dream of will require the strength you are building today. Do not despise slow progress. A mountain is climbed one step at a time. A masterpiece is painted one brushstroke at a time. A meaningful life is shaped by thousands of small, faithful decisions. Do not underestimate today's simple acts of goodness. A kind word can change someone's entire day. A forgiving heart can break the cycle of bitterness. A patient response can prevent unnecessary conflict. Great change often begins with ordinary choices. When fear whispers that you are not enough, remember this. You do not have to know everything before taking the next step. You only need enough courage to take the step that is in front of you. Many blessings arrive disguised as responsibilities. Many opportunities arrive wearing the clothes of hard work. Do not reject a beginning simply because it seems small. Small beginnings often lead to extraordinary endings. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep believing that your life has purpose. Not because every day feels easy, but because every day gives you another chance to become the person you were created to be. There will be moments when disappointment returns. Do not panic. Storms visit every landscape, but they never stay forever. Rain nourishes the ground even while clouds hide the sun. Likewise, your difficult moments may be strengthening you in ways that only become clear later. Protect your peace. Not every argument deserves your attention. Not every criticism deserves your response. Not every closed door deserves your sorrow. Sometimes what leaves your life creates space for something better to enter. Gratitude transforms ordinary moments into reminders of hope. Notice the people who encourage you. Notice the opportunities to help someone else. Notice the quiet moments when your heart feels calm. These are gifts that often go unnoticed. Remember, true strength is not found in never falling. True strength is found in rising again with wisdom, humility, and hope. Your story is still being written. Do not let one painful chapter convince you that the entire book is a tragedy. The pages ahead have not yet been read. Walk toward them with faith. The light you seek is often discovered by those who keep moving forward, one step at a time. And when you feel uncertain, remind yourself, I may not see the whole path, but I can take the next faithful step. That is enough for today. Your journey continues, and every step taken with hope is a step toward a brighter tomorrow. My beloved child, there comes a moment in every journey when you must decide whether fear will write the next chapter, or whether hope will. You have stood at this crossroads before. Perhaps it looked different then. Perhaps the names and faces were different. But the choice was the same, to retreat into doubt or to move forward with quiet courage. Today, I remind you that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing what is right even while fear is whispering in your ear. You have carried burdens that few people know about. There were prayers you never spoke aloud. There were dreams you tucked away because disappointment convinced you they would never come true. There were days when you wondered if anyone truly understood what you were feeling. Yet even in those moments, a small spark remained within you. That spark is hope. Protect it. Feed it with gratitude, kindness, patience, and faith. Do not allow bitterness to extinguish the light that was placed inside your heart. The world often celebrates loud victories, but some of the greatest victories happen in silence. Choosing forgiveness over revenge. Choosing honesty over deception. Choosing compassion over anger. Choosing to begin again after failure. These victories may never appear on a stage, yet they shape the kind of person you become. Never underestimate the power of one faithful decision. One conversation can heal a broken relationship. One act of generosity can restore someone's hope. One moment of courage can change the direction of an entire life. As you move forward, remember that not every delay is a denial. Sometimes life slows you down so you can notice what truly matters. You have spent enough time doubting your worth. Look at everything you have survived. The disappointments. The unanswered questions. The unexpected endings. The seasons when nothing seemed to go according to your plans. And yet, here you stand. Not perfect. Not without scars. But stronger. The scars you carry are not signs of defeat. They are reminders that healing is possible. Do not compare your journey with someone else's. The tallest tree did not grow in a single season. The strongest river did not carve its path in one day. Great things take time. Allow yourself the grace to grow at your own pace. Speak kindly to yourself. The words you repeat in your mind become the atmosphere of your heart. Replace thoughts of defeat with thoughts of possibility. Replace hopelessness with gratitude. Replace fear with steady determination. The future is not built in one extraordinary moment. It is built through countless ordinary moments filled with faithful choices. Wake up with purpose. Work with integrity. Rest without guilt. Love without expecting perfection. Forgive without keeping score. And never stop learning. There will always be voices trying to convince you that you are too late. My beloved child. If you are still reading these words, then let this be a reminder that your story is not over. You may have believed that your greatest opportunities had already passed. You may have looked at the mistakes behind you and wondered whether they had permanently changed the course of your life. But hear this. The past can teach you, but it does not have to define you. Every sunrise arrives after a night that once seemed endless. In the same way, every season of growth begins with a decision to keep moving forward, even when you cannot yet see the destination. Today, release the weight of regret. You cannot rewrite yesterday, but you can write today's chapter with wisdom. The strongest people are not those who never fail. They are the ones who refuse to let failure become their identity. There are gifts within you that the world has not yet seen. Some are talents. Some are acts of kindness. Some are words of encouragement that only you can speak. Do not hide them because you fear criticism. Every light attracts attention, but it also helps others find their way. Be that light. Walk into each new day with humility. Celebrate the victories of others instead of comparing yourself to them. Comparison steals joy, but gratitude multiplies it. Look around you. There are blessings that once seemed impossible. The lessons you learned. The wisdom you gained. The people who stayed by your side. The strength you discovered during difficult times. These are treasures that cannot be measured by money or applause. As you continue your journey, remember to care for your heart. Protect it from constant negativity. Feed it with truth, hope, and compassion. Choose conversations that build rather than destroy. Choose habits that strengthen rather than weaken. Choose peace whenever possible. Not every battle deserves your energy. Sometimes the greatest victory is walking away from bitterness. Forgiveness does not erase the past. It frees your future. Patience does not mean doing nothing. It means continuing to do what is right while trusting that meaningful results often take time. Do not become discouraged if progress feels slow. The tallest mountains are climbed one careful step at a time. The brightest stars shine after the darkest skies. Your perseverance matters. There will come a day when you look back on this season and realize that what once felt like a burden was also preparing you for greater responsibility. The wisdom you are gaining today will help someone else tomorrow. Your story may become the encouragement another person desperately needs. Never believe that your life has no purpose. Every sincere act of love leaves a mark. Every honest effort matters. Every moment of courage plants a seed for the future. Walk confidently, not because you know exactly what tomorrow holds, but because you know you can face tomorrow with hope. Choose kindness when it is difficult. Choose integrity when shortcuts appear attractive. Choose gratitude when worry tries to take over. And above all, choose to keep going. You are stronger than you were yesterday. You are wiser than you were before. You are growing, even when you cannot see every change. So lift your eyes toward the horizon. A new chapter is waiting. Not because life will suddenly become perfect, but because you have become stronger, more compassionate, and more prepared than you once were. Let your heart remain open to hope. Let your words bring peace. Let your actions reflect love. And let each new day remind you that every ending is also the beginning of something new. My beloved child, now you have reached the final chapter of this journey. Perhaps you began reading because you were searching for an answer. Perhaps you were carrying questions no one else could answer. Or perhaps you simply needed someone to remind you that hope still exists. If so, then let this final message settle gently into your heart. The greatest miracle was never that your life would suddenly become perfect. The greatest miracle was the transformation that quietly began within you. You are no longer the same person who started this journey. The fear that once controlled your thoughts has become smaller. The pain that once defined your identity has become a lesson. The uncertainty that once frightened you has become a place where courage has learned to grow. That is real progress. Never underestimate the quiet victories. The day you chose forgiveness instead of resentment. The day you decided not to quit. The day you helped someone even while carrying your own burdens. The day you believed in tomorrow when today felt difficult. These moments may seem small to the world, but they shape the strongest hearts. As you continue your journey, remember this truth. You do not need to have every answer before taking the next step. Life unfolds one faithful choice at a time. Do not wait for perfect conditions before pursuing your purpose. The perfect moment rarely arrives. Instead, begin with what you have. Use the gifts you already possess. Offer kindness where you are. Speak words that encourage. Be patient with yourself. Growth is not a race. Some flowers bloom in spring. Others bloom in summer. Neither is late. Each blooms according to its season. So will you. There will still be storms. There will still be unexpected challenges. There will still be days when you feel tired. But now you know something you did not fully understand before. Storms do not last forever. And neither do seasons of discouragement. When difficult days return, remember everything you have already survived. Remember every obstacle that once seemed impossible. Remember every morning when you found the strength to begin again. Those memories are proof that resilience already lives within you. Do not spend your life trying to become someone else. The world does not need another copy. It needs the unique kindness, wisdom, compassion, and courage that only you can bring. Leave behind comparison. Leave behind bitterness. Leave behind the fear of what others may think. Walk confidently in the direction of honesty, humility, and love. The people who are meant to walk beside you will recognize the light within your heart. And for those who choose another path, wish them peace and continue your own journey without resentment. One day, someone will ask how you found the strength to keep going. You will not need a long explanation. You will simply smile and say, "I kept taking one step at a time." Because that is how mountains are climbed. That is how dreams are built. That is how broken hearts heal. That is how ordinary people become extraordinary examples of hope. As this story comes to an end, imagine yourself standing at the beginning of a new sunrise. Behind you are the chapters filled with struggle, growth, and lessons. Before you lies a future that has not yet been written. Take a deep breath. Lift your head. Carry your scars with dignity, for they remind you of battles you survived. Carry your wisdom with humility, for it was earned through experience. Carry your hope with confidence, for hope is stronger than fear. And wherever your journey leads next, remember these simple truths. These choices may not change the entire world overnight. But they will change your world, one day at a time. And whenever you doubt yourself, remember this. You have survived every difficult day that once made you believe you wouldn't. You have grown through every season that tried to break you. You have more strength than you realize, more wisdom than you recognize, and more hope than you sometimes allow yourself to believe.